Hello guys, it's Johnny Time and welcome to another DeFi tutorial. Today I'm super excited to share with you a new strategy that I just found, and I will show you how I make 120% APY on my Ethereums and on my Ether and my stablecoin. This is 10% a month. This is super actually amazing strategy that I wanted to share with you guys so you can enjoy it as well. And if this kind of things interesting for you and you want to basically get notified when I post this kind of strategies, because I'm doing DeFi full-time job and I'm researching all the time, and every time I'm stumbling upon a new interesting strategy, I'm gonna post a new video. So make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification button, so when I post more strategies like this, you can learn and do the same. Also consider joining the new Discord community that I made, Johnny Time. Join the Johnny Time family, and if you have any questions and you want to discuss with me and other smart people about DeFi, different strategies, tutorial, and in general, just we have a great community there, supportive community. If it's for fast and everything, make sure to join in the link in the description below. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna explain everything that you need to know about the strategy, all the risks that involve, how it's gonna work, and also we will make some kind of tutorial of walkthrough and to show you and help you through the process of how you can actually implement it and do it right now, today, and enjoy the same yields that I'm doing and I'm enjoying right now. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so this is the strategy. We're gonna make 120% APY on ETH and Frax. We're gonna provide liquidity for ETH and Frax, and Frax is a stable coin, and we will understand in a moment what kind of stable coin it is and exactly what it is. So we're gonna work on Harmony 1 blockchain. This is a EVM compatible blockchain. We will talk about it, and also will help you get started with Harmony 1. We're gonna use Frax. Frax is fractional algorithmic stablecoin. It's stablecoin, it's pegged to $1, and we're gonna use SushiSwap, which is a decentralized app that lives on multiple blockchains. We'll talk about every point. This is just an introduction, but we'll take everything, Harmony 1, Frax, SushiSwap, and we'll explain in a moment in more details. We can also maximize our yields using Beefy Finance, and we're gonna add liquidity of ETH and Frax. Remember, Frax is a stablecoin, it's pegged to $1. So the risks. The first risk is Frax losing its peg. So Frax is a stable coin, okay, that is supposed to be pegged to $1. As you can see here, it's fractional algorithmic stable coins, which means that it's actually, there is kind of algorithm that always tries to preserve the stability to $1, and it's also a collateral. There is a collateral in terms of ETH and BTC. So basically the value of the Frax token is being backed up by collateral that people provide, and there is some kind of algorithm that always adjusts this kind of stable coin of Frax. So if you want to learn more about Frax, basically you can go to the Frax Finance. Frax is the world's first fractional algorithmic stablecoin. The Frax Protocol introduced the world to the concept of cryptocurrency being partially backed up by collateral and partially stabilized algorithmically. And you can read the docs. You can go to try the dashboard. They have a nice dashboard right here on app.frax.finance. We're not going to get too depth into technical what is Frax and how it's basically pegged to $1, but you can go to CoinGecko charts. You can see Frax here. Now it's $1.01. You can look at the historic charts, and you can see that since January, basically, since we have, actually I think more than January, let's take even further in the charts, you can see that it's usually stable. It's going maybe sometimes to $1.02, and the worst case was like 98 cents, but it's quite stable. But this is one of the risks. When you do this kind of strategies, you need to understand that there might be a chance that the peg token, the Frax, the stable coin, might not be stable. But this is the same risk that you're basically taking when you hold USDT or USDC, and this risk, in my opinion, is not very high, especially when it's a decentralized stablecoin like Frax, and not something that's backed up by a treasury or a bank account, what so-called centralized stablecoins like USDC, BUSD, and USDT. So I prefer those decentralized stablecoins like Frax, UST, DAI, Magic Internet Money, and this is basically what Frax is. And this is the first risk. Another risk is that we are basically we are facing impermanent loss here. What is impermanent loss? It means that when you provide liquidity for ETH and Frax, the value of ETH and Frax are moving and the ratio between the tokens is being changed. Which means that, let's say now Ethereum price is let's just assume that Ethereum price is $4,000. What happens if Ethereum price goes to $8,000? What happens is that the ratio between the token is being changed. Ethereum is doing 2x related to Frax, which is stablecoin, because Frax is always going to be worth $1. So the ratio has been changed with 100%. Usually when you provide liquidity for two tokens and there is and the ratio is being changed 100%, you have something called impermanent loss and you lose some portion of your money. In my experience, when one token is doing 100%, which means 2x related to the other one, you are losing around 6% on impermanent loss. So in that case, if Ethereum is gonna do 2x, which means that if Ethereum gonna go to $8,000 in the upcoming, I don't know, month or year, or if it's gonna go to $2,000, it's also change of 100% to the other side, you're gonna lose around 6% of your position to impermanent loss. This is not much because remember, you are doing 120% APY, which means that you are doing 10% a month. So after 1 month, you're already done more than this kind of 6% impermanent loss. And I don't think that in this month Ethereum gonna do 2x or gonna go down 2x to $2,000. So for me, it's not a very big risk because I know the rewards are gonna basically be higher than this kind of impermanent loss. Another risk is that you are using SushiSwap decentralized app and the smart contracts might get exploited. SushiSwap is one of the most known algorithms and decentralized apps and AMM, so I think this risk is also low as well. And if you want to utilize the auto staking and yield optimizing in Beefy Finance, then you have another risk that you are basically trusting SushiSwap smart contracts and Beefy Finance smart contracts. This is if you want to compound your maximize your yields and compound your interest in Beefy Finance, but I think that this risk is not very high due to the fact that Beefy Finance and SushiSwap are here for a while, for around 2 years, and their smart contracts are quite safe. Of course, we know this case about Gist Finance on Phantom that has been exploited and a lot of money has been stolen. This is an yield optimizer on Phantom, but I trust Beefy Finance more and I trust SushiSwap smart contracts. So these are the risks. I just want to put it in front of your face so you know, and of course it's not a financial advice, I'm just sharing with you my knowledge and my experience in the DeFi space. And when I provide you this kind of strategies, I want to make it very professional and also putting in front of you the risks that are involved. Now, let's say that our capital is $10,000, and in this case, because we provide liquidity for ETH and Frax, it's going to be 50% Ether and 53% stable coins, in our case Frax. So we're just taking an example of $10,000, which means that you're going to make every month around 10%. This is amazing. With $10,000 you can make $1,000 every month. Where else have you ever heard about these kind of things? This is amazing, and this happens thanks to crypto and DeFi. And guys, come and join the DeFi space, subscribe my channel and learn how to make this kind of passive incomes. Basically, I have so many strategies on stable coins, on Ether, on interesting projects. So yeah, that's basically it. Frax, we already talked about Frax token. This is the stable coin Frax. You can read more about it on the official website, the documentation, and check out their app. Basically, I'll put link in the description below to all these kind of things, to Frax website, the documentation, and everything, so you can check out the description later. Harmony Chain. Let's talk a bit about Harmony 1 because we're gonna work in Harmony Chain. So it's an evolving EVM layer 1 chain. EVM means Ethereum Virtual Machine compatible, which means that it will be your same wallet address like you have on Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain. It's all the same technology. So it works the same, just the only difference is that you're gonna pay fees with the one token, and the fees are much lower than Ethereum, and the transactions are very, very fast. The biggest decentralized apps on on Harmony 1. I'm quite bullish on this network, on this chain, because it's super fast, super easy, and super cheap in terms of fees. The biggest DeFi is Jewel, DeFi Kingdoms. If you don't know what it is and why I'm bullish on it, check out my previous video about DeFi Kingdoms, why I'm bullish on Jewel, and how I basically make passive income using DeFi Kingdoms. Just search DeFi Kingdoms, Johnny Time, and you will find this video very, very fast. Also, you can see that most of the liquidity and most of the TVL is on SushiSwap on Harmony 1. By the way, this website is DeFi Llama. It's a website that lets you check all the information about the different blockchains, about in terms of total value lock, basically how much money is being staked on the smart contracts. So check out my other video, also search for DeFi Llama tutorial Johnny Time, and you will understand more what is this tool. I have so many educational videos, just I cannot explain everything right now because there are a lot of videos, and once you start watching them, you will get educated, and YouTube algorithm will do its magic and offer you more and more videos so you can get master in DeFi. So SushiSwap, as you can see here, has $87 million locked in Harmony 1, and this is most of the liquidity will be there on SushiSwap. So yeah, so this is the Harmony 1 chain, and this is the chain that we're gonna work on. This is SushiSwap. This is a multi-chain dApp. As you can see here, this chain has liquidity in almost this dApp has liquidity in almost every blockchain. I love SushiSwap. Recently, Danielle also collaborated with them. So Magic Internet Money, Time, Wonderland Time, all these kind of projects gonna collaborate now with SushiSwap. So this is bullish. And it's a DEX, it's automated market maker, and it's an yield farming. So what yield farming means, basically they incentivize you to provide liquidity by giving you extra tokens. Sometimes it's Sushi, sometimes it's Harmony 1, depends on the incentive program, program that they have right now. So now that we understand all the ecosystem, all the risk, what is Frax, what is Harmony Chain, what is SushiSwap, let's get into technical stuff and let's see how we can actually do it. So the first step will be to bridge our Ethereum to Harmony 1 chain. So if we take this kind of example of $10,000 of 50% ETH and 50% stable coins, it might be USDT, USDC, DAI, or whatever stablecoin that you hold on Ethereum. Basically, the first thing you want to do is make sure that everything is on Ethereum. So if you want to provide liquidity of $5,000 Ethereum and $5,000 DAI, for example, stablecoin, you have DAI in your wallet, make sure to take this $5,000, 5,000 DAI and buy Ethereum. Why? Because we can bridge, the best way to do it is actually to bridge Ether from Ethereum to Harmony 1. But don't worry, you're gonna sell those 50% later to Frax, which is stablecoin. So just basically for the reason of the bridge, you're just gonna do this kind of buying more ETH, and then you're gonna sell it after the bridge. So you're exposed to Ether price for like 10 minutes until the bridge is done. So we're gonna bridge Ether to Harmony. I have tutorials in this channel. I'm not gonna go through here of how to bridge and how to add Harmony to MetaMask. I will put links in the description below. First thing you need to do is add Harmony chain to MetaMask. Then you want to use Harmony bridge to bridge your Ether tokens from Ethereum to Harmony 1 blockchain. And then again, check out my tutorials. Just write bridge Harmony to bridge Ethereum to Harmony Johnny Time, or add Harmony to MetaMask Johnny Time, and you will see an exact step-by-step tutorial how to do it. This is the bridge website. Let's take a look. Bridge Harmony. But again, if you want a step-by-step tutorial, I have these tutorials. Just search for them on YouTube. Then once the tokens has been bridged, all your Ether has been bridged, let's say it's like 2 Ethers, okay, or 2. Okay, let's take it for a simple example, like 2 Ethers around $8,000, like our example, or you know what, 2.5, you know what, let's change it to $8,000, so it will be easier to understand. 2 Ether. We're assuming that 1 Ether is $4,000, so we are putting in the strategy $8,000, which means that the returns will be $800 every month. So you're gonna sell 50% of your Ether from Ether to Frax, because you want to make sure to provide liquidity with Ether and Frax later. So you're gonna go to SushiSwap and sell 50% of your Ether to Frax, which is our stable coin. So you go here to SushiSwap, you go to the swap feature right here, and then you're gonna choose here Ether, and here you're gonna choose Frax. And you want to make sure that if we are talking about 2 Ether, you're gonna sell 1 Ether to Frax. You can see there will be some kind of price impact due to the fact that there is not a lot of liquidity between Ether to Frax, but we have to pay this price, but don't worry, we're gonna cover it later with the earnings of the liquidity rewards. So you're gonna sell 1 Ether to Frax in our example, and then you're gonna have 1 Ether and around 3,500 or 4,000 Frax, depending on the Ether price at the time that you're doing this strategy. Now, once you have 50% Ether and 50% Frax, you want to add liquidity in SushiSwap. So you're going to SushiSwap, and then you can go to the farms actually right here. You can see right now that the APY is 80%. This is annualized, but this is not compounded. If you compound it later, you can see that it's 121% APY. This is insane. This is amazing, and that's basically great. So you're gonna add liquidity. You can go here to farms here on SushiSwap, and then you search for Frax, and you find 1 ETH and 1 Frax, and then you're gonna click here the liquidity button, and you want to make sure that you add the liquidity right here 50-50. So in that case, you can click max on Ether, on max on Frax. In this wallet, I don't have any Ether and Frax, so it will not work, but I can write here 1, and it will basically automatically adjust the amounts that I need to add. So remember, you're adding 50% ETH and 50% Frax. Then you're gonna click here, approve the transaction, and now you have liquidity, Sushi liquidity pool tokens that represent 50% Ether and the 50% Frax that you basically added liquidity to. This is the receipt tokens, and now you are earning trading fees every time someone is swapping ETH to Frax, and vice versa. You are earning those trading fees already, and you become a market maker. But this is not enough, because we want to maximize our yields. That's why we have yield liquidity mining programs and yield farming. We are incentivized to provide liquidity, and we're gonna get extra tokens. So you have two options. You can stake it on SushiSwap and earn 80% APR, which means that the rewards are not compounded. You will have to go to SushiSwap every once in a while and collect those rewards, and then you can sell them or do whatever you want with them. But on Beefy Finance, it's an auto compounder, which means that they're gonna automatically sell the rewards, add more liquidity, and add it to the pool. So the rewards are being compounded, and that's how we can get 120% APY. This is compounded. This is not compounded. But again, if you use Beefy Finance, you add another smart contracts risk to the strategy, which in my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not taking any responsibility if something happens here. It's not that such a high risk. So I'm gonna basically choose Beefy Finance and stake my yield farming there, my liquidity pool tokens there, to enjoy these higher yields. And also here you can see that the rewards will be 50% Sushi tokens and 50% WAN tokens. So if you're using the first method, staking it here on SushiSwap, then you're gonna get Sushi and WAN. But if you stake it here on in Beefy Finance, you automatically are not exposed to Sushi and WAN token, because it's automatically add liquidity. So it's gonna sell the Sushi and WAN, the smart contract, and add liquidity, buy Ether and Frax, and add the liquidity and compound it. So this is another thing that you want to put into consideration when you're choosing between SushiSwap and Beefy Finance. So if you want to add it through SushiSwap, you're gonna go to staking here and then click max, and this is your liquidity pool tokens here. You stake it here in the smart contract of the staking, and only after you stake the liquidity pool tokens here, you will start to enjoy this kind of Sushi and WAN rewards, which is 80%, 77.5% of the reward, and 2.9%, around 3% on the fees, on trading fees. But if you want to compound it, you can go to app.beefy finance, then to Harmony here, change it to Harmony, and then you can lock the liquidity pool tokens here on Beefy Finance. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna, you see, there is here Frax ETH liquidity pool tokens, Sushi liquidity pool tokens. You're gonna add here, put here 100%, approve, and then lock it here on the smart contracts of Beefy Finance, and that's how you're gonna maximize it and enjoy 120% APY a year, which translates to 10% every month. Of course, this is also if the TVL is gonna be the same, because the TVL is being changed all the time, and the more people are gonna do this strategy, basically the APR and APYs will be lower. So basically, by sharing with you this strategy, I'm actually reducing the APR for myself, but this is just fine because I think that there is abundance, especially here in DeFi and crypto, and I want to bring the most amount of value to my viewers. And by sharing with you this, by giving value to the community, I believe that I will get 10 times more back from the universe and from the community in any other way. I just believe in it. So I'm basically trying to give the most amount of value to you guys, even though it's gonna hurt my yields, and it will, because now it's 260K TVL. The more TVL, the API will be lower. But for now, I'm gonna maximize this strategy because this is amazing. 120% APY on Ether and stable coins. This is just incredible. And that's it basically, guys. This is the guide. If you want to ask any questions, please ask them in the comments below, or even better, join the Discord community where me and other people, other smart people, are gonna help you out and share with you, and we're gonna make an amazing community. If this guide was helpful for you, please let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing and clicking the bell notification button, so when I post these kind of strategies, you can learn when they are relevant. Basically, we'll get notified and see when I publish this kind of videos. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me. I really appreciate the time that you're putting by learning here with me, and I will see you in the next tutorials. Happy farming, happy DeFi, happy New Year, happy 2022. Bye bye.